Why am I taking this again? I've already had it.
There you are. How did you...
I think you're mistaken, sir.
What
I didn't do
is
anything.
this place?
I don't know. But I found this floating above that basin.
That is no mere basin. That is a pensive for viewing memories.
So I shall skip this.
That's what you're... Oh!
There we are. Wait.
Are you all right?
Yes, quite.
Fine, sir.
Seems I'm having
I've
memory
never seen
troubles.
so powerful a goblin. He seemed wholly unaffected by my magic.
Where are we?
It can't be.
In the
It
future,
seems
my
those who
boy.
set up the pensive, the locket, and the path to both wanted someone with your ability to end up here. Come,
It's weird, I'm
we
reliving
have a
all
sorting
the
ceremony
memories
to get to.
again. Hogwarts. Rather dangerous place. Well, there's an S in the bottom. Slytherin, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and friggin' all the others.
Oh, good. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony. I'm no
Yet.
expert, but that seems more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony?
Quite. He doesn't look too impressed.
Phineas, Nigellus, Black.
Phineas Black?
Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
No, quite.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Enough. Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left.
Wow, how rude.
If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
Quite.
I'll be in touch.
Alright, see you, Professor.
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Professor Weasley?
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations. is.
If you're reading my mind, I would highly advise you stay out of the locked door. I can't wait to explore. I can't wait to start class. I like
I'm looking
exploring.
forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Quite.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit, but your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. Oh, but you're brave at heart, exceptionally daring, undaunted by the unknown, willing to forge ahead alone when you must. Perhaps you belong in Gryffindor.
But I answered one question. Alright, I'll go with the first house to choose.
Better be Gryffindor!
I do like the color red. Yeah, Gryffindor! I'll make the class go to Slytherin.
More thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled. Enough!
God damn
It's
it.
not as though I've banned flying altogether, but don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you.
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way.
Quite.
It's most uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. This should be quite an adventure.
I'm looking forward to it.
I remember the first time I entered the Gryffindor common room after being sorted.
You were a Gryffindor?
I am a Gryffindor. Never could remember the password when I was a girl, however.
Password?
Password?
The password is Grata Domum.
Grata Domum.
You may enter.
Well done.
Grant me access.
Now, go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're
Alright,
welcome.
wunderbar.
I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
What the fuck? There's a rat in my bed. Abracadabra.
Looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
Roman numerals for the numbers. Is it down or up?
Now,
It says it's
which
the-
way is the common room?
Well, it's the common room, so it's gotta be common.
Must be different. Starting
They're lucky they didn't end up as geography, like that poor man from the Hope of Professor Campbell.
I would really like someone to try it.
Ooh,
Sure
what?
you don't want to try it? Brewed it myself. Hello, you're the new fifth year. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it.
A Weasley.
Glad you and Fig are all right. Is it true that someone from the Ministry was with you in the carriage?
Oh, yes. a friend of Professor Fig's.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
That must be nice. Must be. Then can you do whatever you want? I will be polite.
Must be nice having an aunt for a professor.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest. Still, she means well. And she's an incredibly powerful witch. She'll have your back.
Nice meeting you. What is in your mug? Do you have a nickname?
Seems
Yep.
you enjoy brewing. Might I assume that you've a talent for potions of all sorts?
Yep, I thought
Well,
they said, do you
as
have a
I see
nickname?
it, there's little difference fundamentally between
I should be
brew and
reading more. I
modification
should
to
read like the
butterbeer
first
and a
3
Wiggenweld
lines. I'm like,
potion.
yeah, that's good enough.
Though I'm not certain Professor Sharp would make the connection. He doesn't appreciate my creativity as much as you might think.
Alright, what's in the mug?
Are you having butterbeer for breakfast?
Oh no. I've been perfecting a recipe I came up with over the summer. I'm almost there. Based on some reactions, it may need a bit more work.
I mean, I'll try it.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Gareth, and thank you for the insights on your aunt.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Good luck today.
Quite. We can play music. Better not.
Shame you weren't born with wings. I'm sure you used.
That girl thinks she can get away with anything.
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe.
Flight
Well,
magic or
hello.
jumping?
Don't mind me. I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower, from the outside, without a broom.
Goodness.
That's quite impressive.
I'm Nellie, by the way. Nellie Ogspire. I've heard rumors about what happened to you on your way to Hogwarts. Is it true? About the dragon?
Quite. It was terrifying. It was nothing I couldn't handle.
It is true, but we handled it very well.
I'll say. I think you've already earned a reputation for fearlessness. Anyway, you've certainly brought some much
Fear is
needed
not in the
excitement to
code.
Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
Actually, I was gonna say, fear is not a word that I know. But never give your enemies or your allies too much info. What are people saying about you?
What exactly are the rumors about my journey to Hogwarts?
That you escaped a dragon attack? Isn't that enough? Most of us arrive via train or boat. Not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon. Of course it's got people talking. Word travels fast at Hogwarts.
I'll keep that in mind. Not afraid of heights, are you?
I take it you're not afraid of heights.
It's something I've always done, since I was little. My mother once found me on the roof when I was 5. Still has no idea how I got there. But with all the strange hallways and rooms in the castle, and everything lurking in and outside the grounds, you don't need to scale a tower to see something incredible here.
Yeah. Have you ever
I'd
faced off
imagine
a
most
dragon?
students have never seen a dragon. Have you?
Goodness, no. And I've never heard of one attacking a carriage like that. Not enough meat in a carriage, I'd think.
You would be right
I'm
about
sure I'll
that.
be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
Conversations seem to be quite dull. Yet again, I'm just here for the
Still
magic.
not working. Ugh.
Ah, magic trick.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that
Quite
you're
literally.
Professor Fig's protege?
I've studied with him.
I'm not sure I'd say that, but I did study with him a little before we arrived.
Blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
Oh, yes. Having a spot of trouble. I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier.
I'm sure you'll get it. Practice, you just need a bit more. Okay, I'm sure you'll
Don't
get
worry,
it.
you'll get it in the end.
Oh, I hope so. If I can get it, Professor Ronan's sure to be very impressed. I'm just going to keep at it.
And most students cast
Do most
non-verbal.
students know how to cast non-verbally?
Not at all. Hogwarts doesn't teach non-verbal casting until the 6th year, and even then, many struggle with it. I'm simply trying to get ahead of the game.
God, imagine casting a curse without ever saying it. How hard is it to cast
Is it
non-verbally?
really that difficult to cast non-verbally?
Oh, yes. And if you don't get it just right, the results can be, shall we say, awkward. Once, I tried to cast Depulso non-verbally on a goblet in the Great Hall and ended up launching Professor Sharp's Yorkshire pudding into his face. He was not happy.
Well, good luck with it. It was nice to meet
Seems
you,
like that
Cressida.
spell might be
You as
worth
well.
it.
Enjoy your first day.
New Gryffindor. Professor Weasley's waiting for you outside the common room.
Ah, god damn it.
I spent the entire day in common room.
Well, we gotta crawl to get out.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical
This
Education at the
decree
Ministry,
just fucking
we've
villain.
devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
A Hogwarts book.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Professor, I lost it.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way.
Fine.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate
Lumos.
yourself about wizarding lore.
Revelio.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up. Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see.
Quite interesting.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Oh, hey, little fella. Oh, he's gone.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
I ain't wasting time, I'm collecting.
Revelio.
Hello.
Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Ugh. Oh, goddamn. That's not too bad. Do I have to zoom in on it? Yeah, well, I'm selective. What? Which button selects? Professor? Which button selects? Oh wait, do I have to... Ah! I'm selecting the wrong one. I knew that, I'm a wizard after all. Okay. Ah, so you can move around like that. I think I traveled to the wrong place.
And here we are. Quite the time saver.
Yep.
These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Directly?
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
So if I just do...
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Quite, can you tell me more about... Yeah, let's do that one.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
Right, so where's Dumbledore?
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain, and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
I don't think you should be telling me where I can get alcohol.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to
first day
create
at Hogwarts.
additional
Start drinking,
assignments
kid.
for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
There is, in fact.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins, and I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
Wait, I'm the
I wouldn't
fifth
say
year.
I chose
Is
the
it the fifth
dragon's
or
path,
sixth year that
Professor.
you get to do that
Rather
little tournament
unfortunately, it
game?
would seem that it chose us.
I see the
Very
mermaid
well.
statue right there.
Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended
Why the hell is
both
his book
classes
empty?
today,
Oh,
and
I know
I'll
Dark
explain
Arts
more
seems to be
about
pretty good.
those
Wait a minute.
assignments I mentioned, and we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to
Howdy,
see you,
Professor.
Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
Quite.
Yes, sir. But I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good.
So
Now,
we should keep it secret
as
for the time
capable
being.
as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Not quite, Professor. I don't think I need to be doing this right now, but I will.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall
Quite
reach
so.
out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Revelio.
Hello. Frog. Wait, do you have to do it in order? So that... okay. Mystery. That's the door locked.
Revelio.
Thought so. I'll take
What
that.
are you up to now?
Nice and warm.
Seems like he's having a good time.
Revelio.
all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Quite, Professor.
Levioso.
I thought it was Leviosa. God, there's gonna be a lot of people doing that.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Well, granted, if magic works like science, then technically if you make one thing levitate, you can make it all. Because a feather and a bowling ball fall at the same speed.
Let us begin with the basic cast.
Okay.
See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember,
Yes, ma'am.
a surprised Levioso. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso,
You know, no
basic
wonder why
cast,
Hogwarts and Slytherin
Protego.
always say that.
You may begin.
Hogwarts and Slytherin. Gryffindor and Slytherin. Shouldn't have done that.
I know.
Bam, bam. Bam,
Nothing
bam,
lucky about
bam, bam. Ah!
There you go. How perceptive. This can't be your
Levioso. Let's just say I'm
I'm still attacking. Yeah, but if you're gonna pin us against
Not
each other,
bad for a beginner.
it's gonna make
You
enemies.
give as good as you get.
He didn't like me too much.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the
Yay.
opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today
Hey, this is
any
an online
indication,
game, so if
we
everyone
can
gets
expect
points,
great
that'll be
things from you.
But people
I
can also
demand
take away
excellence
points
from my
doing stuff
students.
sort of bad.
They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
How long can you stay as a 50-year?
All right.
Because if this game
That's enough
continues for
spectacle
like
one
8
day.
to 10
Class
years.
is dismissed.
Hello.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you. Levio's the other way around.
Oh.
Nice
hello
work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice. It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
It was never used by... Yeah, sure.
I've jeweled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Fair enough. You owe me an honest jewel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Sounds interesting.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling.
Sounds like he's off doing what he always does. Quite annoying. Someone's quite talented with the musical instrument.
It was a long time ago. Leave me be. Let us keep our
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
So
Revelio.
I don't necessarily want him to get back
Your
to the
brain
lesson.
doesn't fill up.
And then the werewolves join the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752?
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
Hold up.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling
I'm
lies.
not telling lies.
Grandmother also graced us with her.
I should probably get to class. Bird. Seems like there's a bit of a class dividance.
Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Ah, thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of
517, you mean
the
page
color change
517.
and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm?
Put me on the spot, eh?
I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Ah, new spell I must learn. And it's a thievery spell.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally
I learned
lovely
one
day,
spell in
I was
like 3
thinking
seconds.
that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
But that was one spell. Don't make me make a fucking invisible potion.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. Hmm?
Quidditch?
So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
How the hell did I get up
Why don't we have
there?
our newest student start us off? Hmm?
You built a platform and frickin' stole me off the ground.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Excellent control there.
What? Oh. I was gonna say I'm not that bad, am I?
That's it! Very good! Happens to the best of us. Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Let us see this.
Not bad.
There we go.
But if I were to say... Only one of us has to win, love. And last time I checked, the wizard was skill. Tends to be the winner. Oh,
splendid!
So close.
Here we go.
I'm gonna have to knock it off to win. Otherwise, it shall be a tie. Come on.
You are not making this easy for me, are you?
What? I was gonna say, how did we both get 50?
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Wait, you're gonna put it up on a hill?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need
So you gotta get in between...
This round settles it all.
10... Oh no, 20 and 30. And once it gets hit, you lose control of your spell.
There we go.
So it's all about timing. That's the case. Now.
Ouch! Well played. Misha.
Aiming to get mine. And she got a 30 instead.
Yes!
Wait. I've lost it. And I overdid it, damn.
Stay focused.
Here we go.
Come on.
Phew.
control there. Very good, both of you. Well done.
3 for 3.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Took me a day.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
That would be quite scary.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Okay.
Is Wagadu
Nice.
a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
So Miss Magic.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
Spells cast without a wand must be less powerful than those cast with a wand.
No, not at all. Wizarding magic cast without a wand is just as powerful. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Ouch.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
A word, if you would.
Oh yeah, one word.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Alright, Professor. And we'll end it with an act.
Revelio.
Nah, I said an Acura.
Accio.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Nope. I'm going back inside.